Welcome, everybody, to the Testing Room Podcast, where three, sometimes two, of the video game's best video game consultants who have never consulted on a video game bring you topics to discover, or discuss each and every week. My name is Preston, a.k.a. Funkadelic Jedi.
I'm Christian, a.k.a. Sudoku45.
And I definitely did that off the top of my head, so...
You did, you crushed it.
Yeah. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, can I do it? I'm like, I could probably do it without writing it down. I hear it so many times a week, editing and everything, so I should be good. But, Alex is off gallivanting in good old London and enjoying everything out there. Was in a stadium full of people who was like 7 times the amount of people in my hometown. He said it was like 70,000.
Yeah,
70,000.
Town of like 50 people.
Yeah. Like I got 15. I checked it. It was 13,000 people in Union, Missouri. So I'm like, Jesus, like you could take my town times like 6, and you probably have just that amount of people. That's insane. So yeah, I'm sure he'll have plenty to talk about when he gets back, telling us all about his tale. So it's gonna be a big weekly prologue next week if he gets in next week still, which I'm pretty sure he will be able to.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, we can roll into comment corner. Did not get any comments on the YouTubes, but it is the beginning of the month, so let's go through some of the gaming releases. December is usually pretty much a kind of a low month. I mean, Game Awards happen, everything like that. It's everybody's winding down. People are doing on holidays, stuff like that for the holidays themselves. But this year, I think we got a pretty beefy December. I will also want to mention, and this is more a correction on my own part from one of the last times, I keep on saying the Video Game Awards. It's not the Video Game Awards. It's the Game Awards, the TGAs. Which is why probably VGAs wasn't popping up very well when I looked it up.
Yeah.
But it used to be called that back when it was on Spike TV. But when Keeley took it by himself, it is now the Game Awards.
Is Spike TV even a channel anymore?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I don't have cable. I would say no if I had to guess. But maybe they do, and they just do reruns of MXC and whatever small, silly, dumb shit is on there. But I have a feeling they don't do that anymore at Spike.
Yeah, my guess is this, yeah.
All right, December 2024 game release schedule. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is down here. That's for the previous consoles, so not last-gen consoles, if you will. Sometime this month, apparently. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete. That is the phone one. They have taken out all the monetization stuffs of it, and they're just kind of giving you everything in this app version, which is nice. Anton Blast comes out on PC and Switch on December 3rd. I haven't looked at a lot about this, but I've seen that you've talked about it a little bit here and there. Is that just kind of like a new, like different type of Pizza Tower type of game, like Wario kind of game?
I don't know that I would call it like a Pizza Tower kind of, but it is a platformer. Yeah, but it's really fast and cool.
You played Pizza Tower, right?
No,
Pizza Tower is really fast and platformer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just this one plays differently than Pizza Tower. Okay. Like it's like it has the same. It's like trying to do. It's not exactly 1-to-1, but it's trying to do like the same like momentum stuff as like a Sonic game where once you get going, you just like don't stop. Like you just keep going and going and going for as long as possible. Like the speed picks up and you just can like break through stuff and do crazy shit.
Sounds like a Pizza Tower to me.
Yeah.
So I think it's just another one of those. But I hear it's gonna be good. So who knows? Lorelei and Laser Eye comes to the PlayStation consoles. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide for the PS5. Mork Cool Regast's Revenge. The Thermaturge. Thermaturge? I don't think it's Taj. Turge. I think it's Thermaturge. Fantasian Neo Dimension. I saw a little screen cap of this, like a little image thing. It looks a lot like Metaphor from that one little image I saw, because it looked like it had like one of the big flying ships. And
yeah, so Fantasian is actually...
I know the Final Fantasy composer did music for it.
Yeah, it's because it's Sakaguchi's most recent game. So the creator of Final Fantasy, he went on to create Mistwalker Studios, which did Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, like all sorts of stuff, right? So that most recent RPG they did was a mobile game called Fantasian, and it's been locked to mobile platforms forever. But anybody who's played it, like, it's an incredible JRPG. Okay. Either way, this is its full release now. It's getting remade or remastered, really, but it's getting put on everything. I think just PC, or
PC,
is it everything?
PS5, PS4, Xbox, Switch. Yeah.
Cool, yeah. So it's coming out on everything. So it's going to be everybody's chance to
Nice.
really like play this game from
Get off the phones.
Sakaguchi.
Yeah.
So,
Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer. Coming to Switch. Heaven's Seeker, the savior of this cruel world. Infinity Nikki. Railroads Online. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic.
Man, imagine a MMO train game. Like, you must really...
I think this is going to be kind of one of those where it's like also kind of like
World of Warships or
World of
whatever.
Warships, or maybe all I'm seeing is text here, so I don't actually see any photos or video of it, but I'm guessing something like a trucker simulation or just like a train simulator, but you can just do it online with people at this point. So,
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic comes to the Switch. Savant Ascent Remix for the Switch. Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. I think like I said that one last month, but maybe it got pushed back December. Under Defeat. Dogman Mission Impossible comes out to everything December 6th. Macross Shooting Insight. And one that I'm looking for, Marvel Rivals, just is out on December 6th. It's pretty much on everything, free to play. I want to know what you want you to play with that. It's free to play. You can play with me. Just give it one little shit go so that we can talk about the podcast.
I'll tell you this. Depending on the Metacritic score of that, or the Open Critic score of that game, what it does for me,
yeah.
I will decide on whether or not I play. If it helps me out in the league,
I think it's gonna help you.
I'll do right by that game.
I've been starting to watch some YouTube videos and stuff of characters and stuff they're putting into there.
But if it tanks my league, then I'll never forgive it.
People talk pretty well about it, so I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hang out and play that one. I might even do a little stream of it. Maybe we'll do a Marvel Monday that week, and just so everybody can see it. Who knows? We have Nico Dorico, The Magic World, comes to PC. Real Heroes, Firefighter HD. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Akio's Choice. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, PC and Xbox Series consoles. That's on the 9th. I will probably re-up for Game Pass just for that month to kind of give it a go. If I really like it, I might just grab it. But yeah, I'm curious about it. I wasn't super duper like hyped on it, and then people started mentioning shit like Riddick games as far as a comparison. I'm like, oh, okay, well maybe it's actually pretty good. And you say what you want to say about Troy Baker, but the voice I've been hearing in that trailer is fucking phenomenal work. So I'm curious to play it. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, so. After that, on the 10th, we got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. On the same day, we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita Rewind, which I will be definitely diving into for sure. It looks hella fun.
Yeah, the footage in that game looks insane.
Well, it's like it's like looking like your basic like side-scrolling, beat 'em up, and then you start fucking going into Zords and shit, and you're doing like a Punch-Out style thing. And I saw there's like motorcycle cool. Street stuff going on with combat. Like, it's gonna be. They're gonna go crazy with it. It's gonna be hella fun. Resident Evil 2 comes to Mac and iOS. Taito Milestones 3. ACA Neo Geo Selection Volume 1 and Volume 2 coming out on the Switch. Besiege. Cho Aniki Collection on the Switch. Disney Music Parade Encore Switch. Fairy Tail 2. The Finals comes out on PS4. The Spirit of the Samurai PC. I think they forgot to put little lines there. But yeah, Spirit of the Samurai. Chernobylite Complete Edition. Zhuanwan Sword, The Gate of Firmament. Try that again. Zhuanwan Sword, The Gate of Firmament. On Your Tail comes to PC. Botany Manor. Hypnosis Mike, Alternative Rap Battle First Period comes to Switch. Tokyo Clan Pool. And Stray Children. That is the list of releases coming out in December. Super looking forward to checking out Marvel Rivals and the Power Rangers and Indiana Jones. So, pretty fat stack for December. I don't know if I would be thinking about any of these going into my top 10, but who knows? You never know. That's why we wait until the beginning of the year to do our top 10, because we all want to give everyone a chance. At least everybody get a little bit of a dabble if worst comes to worst. So, yep, that's everything for December. We can go ahead and get into our weeks. I know you got a pretty big one. If you wanted to mention your Detroit trip, if you have anything to say about that.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't play shit except for this game. No, yeah. So we ended up, Alexa and I did our anniversary early because we're gonna be busy the actual anniversary weekend this weekend. So we flipped a coin and we decided that we were looking at places that were like within 6 hours or whatever, and then it landed on Detroit. So we
you guys become human.
Yeah, we did. It was and that game or that city was exactly as described in that game.
Yeah.
No, it was a great time actually. It was cool. I think that Detroit gets a bad rap a lot of the times, and there was definitely some places that we went that we were like, yeesh, like it's no bueno. But in general, like there was so much of the city that was fucking awesome and super fun and had really cool stuff to do. So we hung out and did a bunch of different things, and that was really about it. I mean, it was just a bunch of just normal travel stuff, just trying food, going to different places. We found I did actually get to play something though, which was during this trip. We went to, I hope I get it right, but it's called, I think it's like Marvelous Marvin's like Museum of Coin Operated something.
Like those coin press
and
things?
we didn't know. No, so we didn't know what to expect, but it's like, hey, this is the largest museum of coin operated machines. Like that's just what it said, and we were like, okay, don't know what that means. Turns out that it's like a arcade mixed with, like old timey restored and some just original machines think way back in the 40s or 50s, and you could go on the boardwalk or whatever and then put a coin in, and then it would be some vaguely racist caricature of somebody, and then it would be oh, I'm gonna give you your fortune, or I'm gonna tell you Confucius fucking parables or whatever the fuck. And there was tons of them, and it was crazy amounts of stuff like that. But then also as I was walking in, it was also here's a Japanese import of a Jurassic Park fucking orb art thing you sit in, like the Star Wars one that we did back at Buster's forever ago.
Kind of arcade thing.
So there was that, but the game that I actually ended up playing was one that I had never got, but it's the Taito drum thing that we've seen at GDQ sometimes, where there's the big drum, and then it's you have
inside,
left and right,
outside,
and then outside.
Yeah.
Dude, and I had never gotten a chance to play, so it was so they had it imported in there, and I was like, fuck yeah. The craziest thing, machine imported from Japan, but the version of the game is set to Brazilian.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just guessing shit, and I was like, whatever, it's this song, and I'm gonna hope that means, whatever.
But lights up where you want to hit, right?
Yeah. You basically
to know where to hit.
Yeah, it's the sides of the drum are left and right in the menus, and then middle is yes, anywhere in the middle is yes, and that's basically it. But yeah, so I got to play that, and it was super, super fun. And then I'm trying to think if there was any. Everything else was just random sort of machines or whatever, but it was really, really cool. And I think that was about it. And then the only game I had time to play was this one, and then obviously I'm not gonna go into it, but it had a bunch of different stuff going on, and so I was outside a bunch the last few days without wanting to be, and I think today it definitely feels like I'm coming down with something.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm super excited because I'm always a big baby whenever I get sick. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that was my week.
It's gonna stay snuggled up for the next week, get a lot of sleep in, fluids, get all done.
I hope so. If I get a chance to use some of this sick time that I've just got growing over here for no reason, then I'm gonna let it rip.
There you go. Did you get anything from the Steam Autumn sale? I think I saw some things pop up on there.
You know what? Yeah. I did. Yes, I did. Yeah. Let me look here so I can
I know Tori's out there getting all the Steam sales too now, so.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, I told myself, okay, going into the holidays, I shouldn't be spending money on myself. I'm like, if I see something on there that's less than $5, I'll add it to my cart, and I got a couple things on there.
I got so I know for sure I picked up here, hold on. I think I might have found it. There we go. Yeah. So I got Persona 3 Reload on Steam. Yep. So that one's here. Yep. So everybody has access to that now on Steam on the family thing. I also picked up Pixel Junk Scrappers, so the new Pixel Junk game that came out a little while ago. So I'm going to check that one out. I did No More Heroes.
Okay. You just finished all those, didn't you?
No, I haven't finished the third one, but I had never... It was the first one I got on Switch like ages ago, and that's where I played the first one, and then I started playing the rest of them on Steam. But then they released the first one on Steam, and I was like, well, I'd rather just have all of them on here anyway and just play it on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So it was on sale for like $5 or whatever, and I was like, yep, that's good enough. I'll finally get it. Yeah. And then I grabbed the Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader DLC.
Nice. Yeah, I think I saw that.
So that one's on there now. And yeah, I think... Oh, and then I also got the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. Yeah, okay. So all of that's on there too. So I think it's the original Metal Gear games and then Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 that's in there.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for my week, not super duper big because I've been playing mostly just Metaphor. I'll get into that in a second. But as far as the autumn sale, I saw that Mad Max was under $5. I'm like, okay, well, I'll definitely jump into that one of these days again just to have fun with it because I like the game. I never finished it. But it's a wonderful game and under $5.
That is right. You quit before you finished that one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, something I dropped off it, but I had a lot of fun with it when I did play it. And then the other one was something I forgot. What was the other one I got? I do remember being really entertained by the fact that Suicide Squad, the game, was like $4 during that sale. Like Jesus Christ, guys. Like you really just want to get rid of that. And a bunch of other Ubisoft stuff was on sale too. Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. I saw it was less than $5 on there. Like, yeah, I'll pick that up too.
Ooh, there you go.
I do like me some RTS, and I haven't really played through all of those, like the campaign. I played like spots of it when I was a kid, but I just went back to StarCraft. But yeah, as far as games I actually played, Metaphor Refantasio, I am 67 hours in. I am in that last final stretch month. Man, oh man, I've been talking to Christian about this, but that fucking story takes turns. Like, turns that you wouldn't expect, turns you might, one or two, but it still just throws you more turns and like twists and stuff like that. Really fucking good game. I got a little pissed off at it for one small piece of it, but then it kind of redeemed itself at the end. So yeah, I'm in the last stretch of that. I'm hoping to be finished with it by the time we do the next podcast, if not the one after that. We did finish Bounty Hunter on the Star Wars Sundays, so that's locked in there. I will have all of that up on our YouTubes. But that was great. A lot of fun with that one. The remaster's good. Things are shiny. Jango Fett's silver armor is very fucking shiny in this one, reflective. So it still plays as well as it did. I wouldn't say they've improved much on that. With the targeting and stuff, it's kind of hard as far as like you need to be looking at him, but not only looking at the guy you want to target, but also you need to be facing that one. Otherwise, it's considered the move the camera forward button. So there was times where I would target something and they would go behind in a building, but I still got 5 people in front of me. There's not any easy way to like reselect something other than like undo the auto target or lock on target and then redo the lock on target, and then sometimes you still target the same person inside the building. Yeah, other than that, everything's been fine with it. I went through it and there was some parts in there I just couldn't remember, so I don't know if I actually beat the game back in the day. I know I got really far in it, and it was probably that last section to where I was just getting real pissed off during that stream. That was probably when I quit when I was a kid, because I don't remember that last half, but good game. If you're curious about Bounty Hunter, it holds up to a point, but it's a lot of fun. And the one thing I did find funny on there, that there's achievements tied to looking at the things that you've unlocked. So not necessarily that you've unlocked them, But if you go through and look at the things that you unlocked and you unlocked all of them, you do get an achievement for it, which I thought was weird because there's like a bloopers section.
Huh.
Bloopers are really bad in this game as far as like they just take their animated characters, they just do something funny without the environment in the background or something like that. So they consider it like bloopers, but it's all just pre-made bloopers. I watched all of them and got an achievement for it. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Went through the comic, watched the comic, and got everything up there. I'm like, okay, there's achievements just for looking at everything in the bonus content. So. Other than that, been playing a little bit of Zenless Zone Zero. They got Waita. He's out there. He is of the Sons of Caledon with all the biker chicks. He's like the muscle of the group. He plays a lot, really cool. He's a big punch daddy. So he's a lot of fun to play with. Playing through his story and stuff like that. I'm not looking forward to getting him. So I'm going to hold off on his. I'm going to use my tickets on his banner. But from what I hear, in the next big patch with story, it will be Miyabi, who is the fox samurai with the isekai and her sword kind of deal. So I want to get her. And I know that the next hard pity I get, I'm guaranteed the banner. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. It's on and off. So you get one that just gives you an S rank, and then the next one should give you whatever banner that is. So I'm hoping to get that one. Played a little bit more of UFO 50. I think I'm kind of done with that game. I got about 25 games into it. There's a lot of things that are missing on there as far as like, I'm playing it, I don't care for it. I'm playing, I don't care for it. But then I play something like Bushido Ball, and I really like it. And I play it for like 45 minutes to an hour. And got my first cherry on UFO 50.
Nice.
So when you beat a game, you actually beat a game in UFO 50, the little, I guess, floppy disk or whatever you want to call it, the cart turns into like a red cherry looking thing to let you know that you've gotten it. And there's something you unlock within you getting a bunch of those, isn't there? Is there more games?
Yeah, there's like a thing. So as you like scroll through the home screens there's like a little house, and it's like it has like this thing that is basically like a collection of like all these different little things from the game. It's just like a little Easter egg thing. It's nothing crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, I played through it. That one was fun. There was also another one that I can't remember off the top of my head because it's been like a week and a half since I played it. It's good. I just think that personally, I'm more of like a SNES era guy than I am an NES era guy.
Sure.
So the games don't grab me as much they would as if they were like a little bit more to them. There are some of those games though that put in a lot of work. There's some of those games that I feel that are just mainly we put the puzzle in there, we put our assets in there to play that puzzle, which is not necessarily a bad thing against the games. It's because those are good puzzles if you're into those type of puzzles. But yeah, it didn't grab me the way it grabs some of our friends, and especially you. But there are good games in there to like, for sure. Yeah, that's not a bad game, and I love the idea, the concept of UFO 50. I think it's a brilliant idea. I would love to see them do this with newer generation consoles. Like, let's do one for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see
18-bit, 64-bit. Yeah, it'd be cool to see if they do something like that, or just do their own. Let them do something new if they want to too, as well. And then I did start my end of the year dabbles. I played a little bit of Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. That was like more of a tower defense kind of game. Christian's talked about it plenty. It looks amazing. The detail they put into everything, like the style it has, like that game looks phenomenal, and the design they do with that game is great. I don't think I'm in the mood for a tower defense game. The more I play through it, because I played that initial like hour or whatever. It's just a tutorial kind of thing. It's like I don't know if I care to play the rest of this game. Maybe one of these days I'll be in for a tower defense type of thing.
Sure.
And then I'll be like, yeah, let's boot that one up. But it's great. I just wanted to dabble in it just so I can have a little taste of it. So that way when we start talking about Game of the Year, if you want to bring it up, I'll have a little bit of a reference to go on. But yeah, no other games other than that. I did download Black Myth Wukong from the family library, so that way I can dabble in that as well for Game of the Year deliberations. And then other than that, nothing super duper new. Getting ready for the Game Awards. Getting ready for all the cool shit, all the cool games that are happening that we talked about earlier in December. And then tonight, I get to start Skeleton Crew, which is the new Star Wars TV show. A bunch of kids, they find this like spaceship that's like High Republic era spaceship. They activate, they get lost in space. Jude Law's there. He might be a Jedi. They kind of tease him as a Jedi in the trailer, and I think he moves something at one point, according to the trailer. But my favorite thing that I am super fucking excited for, because the whole thing is like they get lost, they find out they have a bunch of these Old Republic credits, this Old Republic ship, so like there's gonna be pirates and stuff after them. There's a shadow of a figure, and it's a Bothan, Now, my main character in Star Wars Galaxy was a Bothan. It's like this like dog-headed looking alien, kind of like a dog / horse-headed. It's a little different. Look them up. Look Bothans up on Google. But anytime they've done Bothans, or someone has said they've done Bothans in like the movies or the shows, they're like always gonna be like an extra character, like just in the background. But they never really looked as cool as they did in Star Wars Galaxies, I felt. They showed a silhouette of a character. He's got pointy ears. He's got this like hairy face, and I'm like, I think they're gonna do like my style Bothan, because I was a pistolier and everything like that. I was a smuggler in Star Wars Galaxy, so I think my character from Star Wars Galaxies in my mind is gonna be in the Skeleton Crew. So I'm super excited to start watching that. But yeah, other than that, nothing real new. I'm gonna try to drag Christian. I probably don't need to drag him to do this, but that Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim,
yeah.
That comes out, I think, on the 13th. So.
Yep, the War of Rohirrim.
Yeah, we'll be definitely going to the movie theater to see that one. So we'll come back to you guys with that once we figure out when we're gonna go see that. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for the week. Obviously, a little bit of a shorter one. We don't have Alex here as well. But yeah, unless there's anything you want to add to the prologue, Christian, I'm gonna say that's we call it a day with this one.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's everything. It was a short week. So.
It was a short week and one less person. But yeah, don't forget, you can follow us if you're listening to this on Spotify. You can follow us on youtube.com/@thetestingroom. That's where we put these down here on video form. I usually put some fun little videos and pictures down the bottom for you to have something else to watch other than our pretty faces. We are also on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. That's where I do my Star Wars Sundays, 9:30 Central Standard Time in the morning. We usually play some Star Wars games, and I didn't say this yet, but Christian had a great idea for what I should do for Star Wars Sundays after Bounty Hunter, which was to try to finish my playthrough of Star Wars Outlaws. So I've been seeing a bunch of videos. There's one guy I follow. He kind of just does the patch notes and kind of talks about what they've added to it. The past couple of videos I've watched of his, they've done a lot. So like we've mentioned a lot. There's like the stealth missions to where like if you get caught, it's like, oh no, restart the stealth mission, right? Taken out of the game entirely. All those sections, unless there's like a story reason, like unless it's like a story thing, like you're not supposed to get caught in here because that would make sense of the story. They just got rid of that whole like, you have to infiltrate this area. Like, no, I got a gun. If I get caught, you're not just going to restart me to the last checkpoint. I'm going to be able to shoot my way out of this situation, which I think is really cool for a lot of people who just want to get into the game, because that was kind of a downfall of the game, I feel. But yeah, a bunch of stuff in there. I've mentioned it before. They have secondary weapons that you can pick up. Like, let's say a stormtrooper drops a grenade launcher or something. You can pick it up. But as soon as you went on your motorcycle, as soon as you went onto a ladder, anything that has you climbing or moving your character in a different way or form, or even changing your weapon, you would drop that secondary weapon. So you get a sniper rifle. You can't go to a point of advantage to where you would want to use a sniper rifle at it, because you would just drop it before you would get up there. Now they have it to where you put it on your back. So Ubisoft is finally finishing this game and making it to where it should be. So I'm excited to get into that. So Sundays, 9:30 Central Standard Time, twitch.tv/testingroomlive. Come check us out. And I think I had one more thing. Oh, and Alex has teased that he has become a little bit interested in possibly doing some Twitch streaming as well. So he's mentioned that he might do some streamies before me on one of these Sundays, because he wakes up super duper early. So keep an eye out for that. Follow us. Hit the notification icon on Twitch. We're not going to annoy you with it when we stream once a week usually. So yeah, feel free to keep an eye on that. You might get to see some Alex on there too. Other than that, we will see you later on this week talking about part 4 of Lords of Shadow Castlevania. And we'll have some critiques from Alex as well, from London, about the game, because he did play it while he was out there. And yeah. And I guess I know what to do. Hit it!
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. If watching is more your thing, check out youtube.com/thetestingroom or Twitch TV/testingroompod. To leave comments and ask questions, follow us on Instagram @testingroompod and email us at testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.